Call Aloyim Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Rachakudash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. We're going to check out this video on ABC News. It's not anything that you haven't already heard, but of course, we're all singing the same song, all dancing to the same tune. And so I just wanted to push this out as a means of a warning as well. Knowing the times that we're living in, things are going to get worse. And we just have to prepare ourselves for these situations that are going to be uncomfortable. So let's check this video out, and then we'll talk about it and grab some precepts.
Bids for more than 40 million are now well into its fourth week. SNAP benefits for more than 40 million Americans could run out on November 1st. At least one expert is predicting this could potentially trigger the greatest hunger catastrophe in the U.S. since the Great Depression. Here's ABC's Alex Prochet.
We're going to watch the whole thing, and that's how the Spirit gave me the title for this video. Let's rewind back, listen again, and then I'll play it all the way through.
Americans could run out. The pain from the government shutdown is growing, now well into its fourth week. SNAP benefits for more than 40 million Americans could run out on November 1st. At least one expert is predicting this could potentially trigger the greatest hunger catastrophe in the U.S. since the Great Depression. Here's ABC's Alex Prochet.
Tonight, with the government shutdown well into its fourth week, millions of Americans are bracing for an even bigger strain. On Friday, more than 500,000 federal workers missed their first full paycheck. Another 700,000 plus are set to join them this week. And starting next weekend, federal SNAP food assistance benefits for some 40 million Americans will run out. The USDA website now with this stark warning. Bottom line, the well has run dry. At this time, there will be no benefits issued November 1st. The message blaming the shutdown on Senate Democrats. Democratic leadership pushing back.
We've maintained from the very beginning and continue to maintain we will sit down anytime, any place with anyone.
For now, millions of Americans are preparing for the worst. Food banks inundated.
We're trying to stock up before something happens.
This DC food pantry trying to keep up with demand. Most Sundays they serve 300 families. Today they're on pace for 400.
I just helped this one lady. She was like, I didn't think I was going to have to be here, but God willing, the government's going to open up next week.
Air traffic controllers calling out sick and taking second jobs, leading to staffing shortages at major airports in Washington, D.C., Chicago, and Newark. LAX temporarily issuing a ground stop. Our Faith Abube is at Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson Airport.
Here in Atlanta, the TSA security lines mirroring what they usually look like during peak holiday travel, with some travelers taking about an hour just to get through.
And Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent today warning that funds to pay the military will soon run out.
We managed to find the money in the middle of October to pay our brave service members, and I think we'll be able to do it on November 1st, but we're going to be out of money on November 15th. And for a military not to get paid is a disgrace.
Lindsay, a vote to fund the government has failed in the Senate 12 times now, and the House is scheduled to be on recess for what would be its fifth consecutive week. And through it all, this Congress still gets paid. Lindsay?
In the midst of such increased need, Alex Prochet, our thanks to you.
So the pain from the was put up a day ago, and as you heard in the very, very beginning, she said that there's one analyst that's saying that this, the SNAP benefits going away could trigger the greatest hunger catastrophe in the U.S. since the Great Depression. Now, that's a very, very paramount statement, because if you know anything about the Great Depression, obviously it was a hard time in which people were losing their savings accounts, businesses were going bankrupt, people were in such a bad position financially that they were committing suicide, offing themselves, jumping out of buildings, jumping out of apartment complexes. They didn't want to live anymore. And that's how hard that was. Now, they're saying that the food shortages and we'll use the word famine at that time, it's going to be worse now. It's going to be worse. And it's all due to this government shutdown. And we've been telling you, starting with our apostles on down, that the times to come are going to continue to get worse and worse and worse. We're not saying that to scare you. We're saying that to warn you. We're saying that to warn you and so that you can prepare yourself. And you prepare yourself spiritually by asking the Lord to increase your faith, by diving into the word, by reading, praying and fasting and asking the Lord to forgive you for your sins. And if that's the case, then of course, Lord's will, he has mercy on you and he'll provide for you. He'll make sure that throughout these hard times, as things or situations in this world continue to get worse and worse, he'll make sure that you and your family is okay. Why? Because you did his will. You sought after him. You listened to his prophets. You trusted in him and you had faith in him. That's the whole point in showing you videos like this. To give you the warning and then to let you know what you need to do to prepare for these perilous times to come. So with that being said, I'm going to jump over now and I'm going to throw this away. And I want to read this precept. This is Ezekiel 33, verses 32 and 33. And lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song of one that hath a pleasant voice and can play well on an instrument. For they hear thy words, but they do them not. And that's a lot of people. They hear what we're saying, but they're not really listening. Like they hear it, but they're not really listening in terms of doing the things that we're saying to do. Prepare your minds for this day. Ask the Lord to increase your faith. When he puts you through something, understand that that's him building you up so that you have more trust in him. Because if it is true, and this is going to be the greatest hunger catastrophe since the Great Depression, well, then we're going to see some crazy things out here. People are already talking about how, look, if I get $700, $900, whatever dollars a month in SNAP benefits, if I don't get my SNAP, I'm going to the store and I'm stealing that much in SNAP. That's what people are saying. Now there's millions of people that were relying on SNAP, that are currently still relying on SNAP. That's a lot of people. And of course, not everybody's going to do it, but we could see a lot of people in different cities looting. And from there, things are just going to trickle and get worse and worse and worse. Thanksgiving is coming up. It's not going to be a happy Thanksgiving for a lot of people. It's not going to be a Merry Christmas for a lot of people. And we told you these things. We warned you about these things. Verse 33 says, and when this cometh, the this is referring to all the prophecies in the book, the things that we're warning you guys of. And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come. Then shall they know that a prophet hath been among them. Other things that we've been warning about, such as what the scriptures call a tempest. Now you have over there, I believe, hit in Jamaica, you have this hurricane. What is it called? Melissa, something like that. That's off the coast, off the shore. And it currently hit them as just a, a Category 5 storm, I believe. But they're saying the hurricane right now is built up so heavy that currently it's bigger than Hurricane Katrina. And that's headed their way right now. It's headed their way. Millions of people over there, by the way, are going to be in trouble. But remember, the elect are going to be okay. We throw out prayers for the elect, and we hope and pray that we're a part of that elected number as well. And we have faith that the Lord is going to watch over and keep the elect safe, make sure they're fed, make sure they have habitation, a roof over their head, daily bread, all that good stuff. And you got to believe and know that the Lord is going to do it. Your job isn't to question how, it's just to believe that he can and he will. So all these prophecies are going to come to pass and things will progressively get worse and worse. And yes, a famine is prophesied to happen in the scriptures. This is Matthew 24 and let's get it, verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. So no, just because SNAP is gone, I'm not sitting up here saying that there's going to be a famine. No. But what I am saying is that we're currently in the beginning of sorrows. Like verse 8 says, all these are the beginning of sorrows. And so things will get worse from here. And eventually one day, there will be an actual famine here in America, in Babylon the Great. Believe it or not, that will happen. Now, could things get better? They open the government back up and people get their SNAP benefits again eventually? Sure, of course. But you can't let that trick you into thinking, oh, America is getting better again. America is coming out of this recession stage. No. Remember, the scriptures talk about when they shall say peace and safety, then cometh sudden destruction. That's going to be the mindset of all these people. I'll leave you off with this precept. I like to get concerning things getting worse and worse here. This is 2 Esdras 16. And verses 37 through 39. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. Plagues, one of them being famine. As when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth great pains compass her womb, which pains when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. So it hurts more. They come harder and faster. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrows shall come upon it on every side. And that's exactly what we're seeing right now. Remember, this is just the beginning of sorrows. And you can say that this is the beginning of Jacob's trouble. Jake is going to be in trouble, just like they have been, with all these ice raids and so on and so forth. Wait till more benefits go away. Other, government assistance programs go away that was helping out Jake, and Esau comes down harder and harder. Well, just like we read right here with this metaphor, just like those birth pains come harder as soon as the child is about to be delivered, well, yeah, these plagues are going to hit harder and be more impactful. But what we're saying is not only embrace prophecy coming, but brace for it. Prepare yourself for it. You know it's coming. You know a famine is coming. You've been told it's in the scriptures. You've read about it. So don't be in awe when it happens. When there's looting and rioting and robbing out here in the streets and a whole bunch of turmoil, don't be in awe about it. You got to be prepared for that day to come. And when it does come, you're supposed to be poised and tell yourself, oh, okay, take a deep breath. I remember this is prophesied. I know what to do. I know in this moment to throw up a prayer and believe and have faith that the Lord is going to watch out for me, my woman, my seed, whatever. All right, that's your job. That's why we push out these videos. But that's it. Lord willing, this was edifying to the elect. Call Haloyim Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai Bashem Rakak Wadash. Shalom.